Friends, in today's video, we will discuss which vegetables you can plant and grow right now during the rainy season. I will share detailed information regarding over 20 vegetables suitable for the monsoon, crops you can easily plant at this time. We will cover how to plant them, which vegetables require you to prepare separate seedlings, a nursery, beforehand, which seeds can be sown directly into the soil, and if you choose to plant in pots or grow bags, what size containers you should use. So, friends, the very first vegetable you can plant right now is the tomato. To grow tomatoes during the monsoon, you must specifically select varieties designed for the Kharif season, the rainy season. To grow tomatoes, you first need to prepare separate seedlings, essentially a nursery, in advance. A tomato nursery typically takes about 25 days to be ready for transplanting. Once the seedlings are ready, if you are planting them directly in the ground, you should maintain a spacing of 1 to 1.5 feet between plants. If you are planting in containers, aim to grow them in pots or grow bags that are at least 12 to 14 inches in size. Next, you can also plant lauki, bottle gourd, right now. You will find two types of bottle gourd seeds available: hybrid and indigenous, *desi* varieties. You can sow bottle gourd seeds directly into the soil or into pots. However, if there is heavy rainfall and a risk of the seeds rotting, it is advisable to prepare seedlings separately first and then transplant them. Bottle gourd seedlings typically become ready for transplanting within 15 to 20 days. If you are growing bottle gourd during the monsoon, I recommend using the trellis method, ****. Growing them on a trellis during the rainy season reduces the chances of the vines getting damaged. Furthermore, it prevents the fruits from rotting, an issue that often occurs when they are exposed to excessive rain or left lying directly on the soil. If you wish to grow them in pots or grow bags, you should select a container size of at least 18 by 18 inches per plant. Next, you can plant capsicum bell peppers, right now. To grow capsicum, you must first prepare a separate nursery for the seedlings. It takes at least 35 to 40 days for the capsicum nursery to be ready. If you are planting them directly in the ground, you should maintain a spacing of 10 to 12 inches between each plant. Next, you can plant pumpkins. Pumpkins grow exceptionally well during the rainy season. You can sow pumpkin seeds directly into the soil or a pot. Alternatively, if there is excessive rainfall, you can prepare the seedlings separately and then transplant them later. If you wish to grow them in a pot or a grow bag, the container should have a minimum size of 18 to 20 inches. Next, you can plant okra, bindi. Okra thrives during the monsoon season. In fact, compared to the summer months, the okra pods produced during the rains tend to be significantly larger. You can sow the seeds directly into the soil or a pot. If you do not have available ground space, pots or grow bags, you can prepare the seedlings separately in trays or similar containers. This ensures that when you transplant them, the roots remain undisturbed and lift out easily along with the soil. To grow okra in pots or grow bags, you should use a container that is at least 10 inches in size per plant. If you are using a larger pot or grow bag, you can plant and grow more than one plant in a single container. Next, you can plant lobia, also known as long beans or yard-long beans. Long beans grow very vigorously during the rainy season and produce an abundance of pods. Exercise some caution when sowing the seeds, as excessive soil moisture can cause them to rot. For growing them in pots or grow bags, use a container that is 10 to 12 inches in size. If you opt for a larger container, you can plant and grow multiple plants together. You will need to provide support, such as wooden stakes or a trellis, as its vines tend to twine and spread in all directions, much like a money plant. Next, you can plant eggplants right now. While eggplants can generally be grown quite easily at any time of the year, they thrive exceptionally well during the rainy season. First, you will need to prepare the seedlings, or establish a nursery, separately. An eggplant nursery typically takes about 25 to 30 days to be ready. If you are transplanting them into the ground, maintain a spacing of 2 to 2.5 feet between plants. Alternatively, if you are planting them in pots or grow bags, ensure the container size is at least 14 by 14 inches. You will find a wide variety of eggplant cultivars available, including seeds for fruits of many different colors. Next, you can plant cucumbers. Cucumbers also grow very well during the monsoon season. However, to cultivate them successfully, you should train the vines to climb either up a trellis net or a wall/structure. If you allow the vines to trail along the ground, there is a significantly higher risk of both the vines and the developing fruits rotting. It is advisable to grow them in containers. For this, the pots or grow bags you select should be at least 15 by 15 inches in size. You can also plant corn, often referred to as Buddha. Corn grows exceptionally well in both the summer and rainy seasons. Do not make the mistake of preparing seedlings for corn. Instead, sow the seeds directly into the soil or the container where you intend to grow them. If you are growing them in pots or grow bags, aim for a container size of at least 14 or 15 inches. To grow this plant during the rainy season, you can either train it to climb, specifically on a creeper net, or construct a support structure, such as a trellis, for it to grow upon. Next, you can also plant chilies right now. To grow chilies, you will need to prepare seedlings, or a nursery, separately in advance. A chili nursery typically takes 25 to 30 days to be ready. When planting chilies, if you are planting them directly in the ground, maintain a spacing of at least 1.5 to 2 feet between plants. If you are planting them in pots or grow bags, use a container that is 10 to 12 inches in size. You must exercise extreme caution when growing chilies during the monsoon season, as they are highly susceptible to various diseases during this time. Additionally, you can now plant jimicand, also known as olea, saran, or elephant foot yam, *amorphophallus*, which grows exceptionally well during the rainy season. To plant it, you must use its tuber, corm. If planting in the ground, the spacing between plants should be determined by the size of the tuber you are using. However, a minimum spacing of 15 by 15 inches is generally recommended. Harvesting can typically begin about 6 to 7 months after planting. Next, you can plant turmeric. Turmeric also thrives and grows very well during this season. You can plant turmeric either directly in the ground or in pots and grow bags. To plant turmeric, you will need to use the raw turmeric available in the market, specifically the underground stems known as rhizomes. A detailed video tutorial on how to grow turmeric is uploaded on my channel. Feel free to visit and check it out. Finally, you can also plant ginger. Ginger, too, grows exceptionally well during the rainy season. Like turmeric, ginger can be easily grown either in the ground or in pots and grow bags. To plant ginger, you will need to use raw ginger roots. Simply purchase raw ginger from the market and plant it directly into the soil, pots, or grow bags. For best results, ensure the soil mixture is light and loose. This will encourage the ginger to grow in abundance and produce larger-sized rhizomes. Once planted, ginger takes about 8 months to reach the harvesting stage. For mustard, rye, and ridge gourd, nenua, you can find both hybrid and indigenous seed varieties. To grow both mustard and ridge gourd, you will need a container size of at least 16 by 16 inches or 15 by 15 inches. Next, you can also plant arbai, commonly known as taro root. Arbai is typically planted 2 to 3 times a year, and it grows particularly well during the rainy season. You can easily grow arbai in pots or grow bags. For best results, yielding a larger harvest, you should use pots or grow bags with a minimum size of 12 inches or 15 by 15 inches. I have a detailed video on my channel explaining how to grow arbai. Feel free to check it out if you are interested. Spinach, saffali, can be grown from the rainy season right through to the winter. If you are planting the bush variety, use pots or grow bags sized between 12 and 14 inches. However, if you are planting the vine variety, opt for pots or grow bags that are 16 inches in size. Spinach grows very easily in any type of soil. You can also plant cauliflower right now, specifically the agiti, early varieties that are suitable for this season. For cauliflower, you must first prepare a nursery, seedlings, separately before transplanting them. The cauliflower nursery is ready for transplanting within 20 to 25 days. These early cauliflower varieties grow exceptionally well and yield a bountiful harvest before the onset of winter. I grow them every year, and I highly recommend that you do the same. Finally, regarding the seeds I've mentioned, Whether it's the early cauliflower seeds, the tomatoes suitable for the rainy season, or any other seeds discussed here, I will provide links in the description below, and also on the end screen, showing where you can purchase them for your kitchen garden. You can plant spinach right now. If you are growing it during the rainy season, you should slightly raise the level of the soil, that is, the area where you are planting, above the surrounding ground level to prevent excess water from accumulating around the roots. Alternatively, you can grow it in grow bags. Next, you can plant morina, also known as sojin. You can grow morina from seeds, or if you happen to find cuttings, you should select a relatively thick stem to propagate it. During the rainy season, these cuttings take root very easily. If you grow it from cuttings, the plant will start flowering much sooner. However, this plant also grows very well, and quite rapidly, when started from seeds. Next, you can also plant Malabar spinach, also known as poisog. Malabar spinach can be grown from cuttings, or you can start the plant from seeds. It grows very easily using either method. I will include a link for this in the description below. These plants thrive exceptionally well during the rainy season and are very easy to cultivate. They will grow quite easily in any size pot, provided it has a depth of at least 4 to 5 inches. Music. You can also plant beans right now. Green beans grow very well during this season. If you are planting beans, ensure that the pot or grow bag you use is at least 10 inches in size for a single plant. In a 14-inch pot, you can comfortably grow 2 or 3 plants together. You can grow pole beans in a 12 or 14-inch pot. If you are planting pole beans in a field, for instance alongside a crop like maize, corn, you can practice intercropping by planting them right alongside the corn. This allows the bean vines to grow robustly, providing you with 2 distinct harvests from a single field. Similarly, if you are cultivating a kitchen garden, you can intercrop pole beans with larger plants to enjoy a dual harvest. Next, you can also plant and grow coriander right now. Coriander should be planted in much the same way as spinach. If planting directly into the ground, raise the soil bed slightly before sowing. If using pots or grow bags, ensure the soil is extremely light and friable so that water does not stagnate within the container. If water accumulates around the roots, the coriander plants will rot. Therefore, ensure the drainage holes in your pots or grow bags remain clear and use a light, well-aerated soil mix. Additionally, you can currently plant and grow papaya. For papaya, you can either procure ready-to-plant saplings from a nursery and transplant them, or you can grow the saplings yourself from seeds before transplanting them. If growing papaya in pots or grow bags, ensure the container size is at least 18 by 18 inches. You can also plant radishes in pots or grow bags at this time. Radishes can certainly be grown in open fields as well, but you must be careful to ensure that water does not stagnate in the soil. Excessive waterlogging will cause the radish roots to rot. You must exercise the same caution when using pots or grow bags, ensuring that water drains out easily and does not sit in the container. Cluster beans, gavar, thrive exceptionally well during both the summer and monsoon seasons. To grow them, use a pot size of at least 10 inches per plant. In the remaining wide containers, you can plant and grow multiple plants simultaneously. You can also plant tur, pigeon pea right now. Tur, or arhar as it is also known, grows exceptionally well during the rainy season. Additionally, you can plant petha, ash gourd, at this time. Petha, or gourd, also thrives during the monsoon. Furthermore, you can plant muskmelons, sweet melons, right now. For petha, use an 18x 18-inch pot or grow bag, and for muskmelons, use a 15 or 16-inch pot. So, friends, these were over 20 vegetables that you can very easily plant and grow during the rainy season. I have shared detailed information with you regarding how to plant them and what precautions need to be taken. The seeds for all the vegetables I have discussed are available at online gardening centers. The link is currently being displayed on your screen, or you can also find the link in the description below.